Welcome back, everybody. I am CaptnSpicyPants, and today we are going to jump into the Narada. That's right, the ship first seen in Star Trek 2009, commanded by Captain Nero, and this is a beauty. Let's get the obvious stuff out of the way, the technical stats. This is a 5'4", 3-aft weapon, Juggernaut. It is a miracle worker ship. That means it has the cyclical quantum slipstream drive, and it comes with innovation ship mechanics. Next up, we'll go over to bridge officer stations. You have a commander tactical miracle worker seat, a lieutenant commander engineering temporal operative seat, a lieutenant commander universal, a lieutenant tactical, and an ensign science. The console slots are 5 tactical, 4 engineering, 2 science, and 1 universal. Its base turn rate is 5.5 with an impulse modifier of 0.15 with an inertia of 55. So this is a bit of a sluggish boat, but that's okay. It should be expected to be that way with a ship this big. Next up, let's get into the toys that come with this ship, starting with the console Rapid Dynamic Hull Regenerator. It comes with 2% critical severity and plus 30 starship shield penetration. Its usable is Rapid Dynamic Hull Regenerator. Become unkillable. Damage heals plus damage bonus. For 10 seconds when this console is activated, your ship cannot be destroyed. When taking damage, you heal 50% of that damage. After 10 seconds, gain a damage bonus depending on remaining hull hit points. So, we'll test it and see what the damage output is like when utilizing it. Following that, we have the trait, Fire Everything. Fire Everything! Yeah, okay. You know what, Nero? You definitely said it better than I did. Moving forward, each time you use energy weapon firing mode, your weapons gain weapon cycle haste and an extra damage bonus. When using exceed rated limits, this bonus is doubled. This trait also removes the continuous power drain when using exceeded rated limit. For 15 seconds after using an energy weapon fire mode, 15-second cooldown as well. I don't know if that starts immediately or not. Again, we will be testing this here shortly. To self, plus 20% weapon firing haste. To self, plus 20% all damage bonus. Okay, next up, it comes with the Juggernaut Array Lance High Energy Plasma Drill Lance. Firing this high energy plasma drill lance releases a powerful mining plasma beam that can pierce to a planet's core. That's really weird how they worded that. The targeted entity takes massive plasma damage as well as any other enemies unlucky enough to be in the path of the mining beam. Target's foe, 1 second to charge, 2-minute recharge, and it does devastating plasma damage based off your starship weapon training and starship energy weapon training. Okay, so that's all the stats knocked out of the way, all the little cool things that come with it. There is a caveat to this, and that is the Narada Enhanced Battle Cloak. However, I'm not going to necessarily break this portion of the ship down. It is only if you do have the Tal Shiar adapted Borg set, including the Universal Indoctrined Nanite Dispersal System, the Shrapnel Torpedo Launcher, and the Rapid Dynamic Hull Regenerator, will then be able to have the Narada Enhanced Battle Cloak. But based off the previous Tal Shiar set pieces, I don't think it's really worth it. I guess it would just warrant some testing and whatnot. But for what comes out of this box, we're going to test that today. All right, test number 1, the console. The best way I could come up with testing this, as there was no way to see actual numbers reflected in combat, was to watch the graph inside Oscar Combat Parser while placing myself in a controlled environment. I loaded Elite Rescue and Search, and as you can see, I activate the console, my ship becomes enveloped in some really cool green waves. At this point, I am taking damage, and I believe the console is treated like go down fighting, or so it would appear. As your hit points lessen, the more damage you end up doing. After the console expires, as it's based on remaining hit points. And shockingly enough, as shown on the graph, every time I activated the console, you will see spikes in damage output. Are they game-breaking spikes? No. But the console on the surface is at least working as intended, and overall, it's not bad to have little spikes here and there. I think tank players will find this to be useful amongst the arsenal of tank items released so far in 2026. Moving on to test number 2. Fire everything! The trait itself, I ran 3 different ways. First test was to see how it handled a typical beamboat parse, and as stated in past videos, I am not the world's greatest beamboat captain, but I know enough to make it perform, and unfortunately, as of recording this video, the console from the Salcombe, Sigma Stratagem, is still causing some minor bug gameplay, making it very hard to get full parsing done inside pugs. This is not the fault of any one player, it's simply bugged and needs to be addressed in the near future, as it is currently lowering yours and everyone else's fire rate. So with that out of the way, what we could deduce and what did we find? As shown on screen, Fire at Will performed pretty well in this case for what I could do with it. Next, I ran an exceeded rated limit setup, and this is where the numbers took a major pitfall. I wasn't aware of anyone using Sigma in this run, as it does have a distinct blue mini circle you can see show up around the player's ship when used, but based off that testing running the same route shown on screen, I have to say exceeded rated limits, or ERL for short, is just not performing well at all. I believe this is more tied into the way ERL fires and not so much the trait. The trait itself should be double damage here, and for it to underperform Fire at Will really speaks to ERL needing a bit of love in terms of keeping up with other firing modes. Last, I ran a cannon scatter volley run with DHCs and torpedoes in my plasma theme build. And surprisingly enough for me, even this outperformed everything, even running DHCs. Now this is probably a little unfair with the way Sigma console is currently bugged, but I can say with confidence, ERL, regardless of Sigma, just isn't performing. So my thoughts on the trait is, it's okay. Nothing groundbreaking, and to be fair, I believe there are far better traits in the game as a whole for beams, cannons, and torpedoes, utilizing haste and damage output. Though, if you are tied into using exceeded rated limits, then yes, this helps that particular playstyle, but until ERL gets a buff of sorts, it will still underperform other firing modes and maybe not worth slotting overall at this time. Alright, let's get into the most important part about the game, and that is Space Barbie. The following clips are provided by TheWulfeGrey. That's right folks, if you have not paid attention or noticed yet, we often work alongside with TheWulfeGrey. You can find him over at twitch.tv/TheWulfeGrey. That being said, the trade-off was quite simple. Hey, WulfeGrey, you want the Narada? Sure. You got a bunch of Vanity shields? Show them off. And here we go. All right, so I guess the final question comes down to who is this ship really for, and should you get it? Overall, I think this ship is a good ship. If you have the EC or the keys and you choose to go after this, then by all means, grab it. Is it anything groundbreaking or superior to anything else in the game? Not really. Does it add to a little bit of the tankiness that seems to be the year of 2026? Year of the tanks? Yes. I do believe that it could only help up the game as far as that's concerned. So, overall, is it worth it? Yeah, it is. But do you have to have it? No, you absolutely do not. As I stated in our Zen guide, it is your time, your money, your resources. So make the best decision for yourself. Don't go based off of what any of us content creators are saying. We are simply saying that if you choose to pick this ship, it's not a bad pick. But at the end of the day, you don't have to purchase or use your resources on anything that does not fit your playstyle or just your budget. That being said, I'm CaptnSpicyPants. I will see you on the frontiers.